Hello, hello. Happy full moon, you guys. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've had a lot going on. This full moon definitely crept up on me. It's like I knew it was coming, but I wasn't quite ready for it. And I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I have something in my teeth. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, y'all know Virgo is the last of the personal signs. So last time when we really gotta get real with ourselves, check in with ourselves, and release like those self-imposed blockages, restrictions, limitations, debilitations. I don't know why the lighting just did that, but we're just gonna let it rock. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. Let me get my notes, y'all. Let me pull up my notes. Hi, Fred. Hello. Maybe if I turn the brightness up. If y'all hear my dog snoring in the background, don't pay him no mind. I don't know why he decided to come in here with me. And he's really snoring. Okay. So, like I was saying, Virgo is the last of the personal signs. It's the last time for us to check ourselves and like get real with ourselves about the shit that we have been blocking ourselves with, that limiting ourselves with, and like really putting on ourselves that no longer serves us. We have to get to a point where we're ready to accept the fact that, yes, in a way we wish things were differently at times, but this is the way that things are. Why is this thing doing this? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this together. Okay. So it's like the final stop where we weigh out our highs and lows, not only within ourselves, but how those things have affected our communication skills, which affect our partnerships, family, and the society that we live in, right? And so it's really best now to set intentions towards releasing blockages, towards self improvement, releasing inner criticism and dialogue that's no longer serving you or true. Um, Releasing blockages that get into the way of you properly prioritizing things, letting go of toxic relationships, dispelling, casting out, and banishing any physical illness or ailments within the body. As you know, Virgo is Mercury ruled, so that rules the mind, the thoughts. We really want to be facing those mental battles that we're going through with ourselves with this Virgo energy. And then Virgo is also the sixth house sign ruler. With that being said, physical health and public service. So this affects our relationships, and it's definitely going to affect our physical health as well. So obviously this is a full moon. We're releasing. We are not asking for energy to bring in. We're celebrating how far we've come, and we're releasing the things that we want to leave behind before we move into a new cycle, right? So we're focused on banishing, releasing, dispelling, letting go of things along those lines. Inner battles, pretty much, that are no longer serving us. Virgo energy is the energy that always has the need to be perfect. So with that being said, you might find yourself the next couple of days feeling like you always need to be right. You might have a heightened sense of focus and efficiency, but you may also be overly analytical and feel a little bit anxious because of that analytical nature, and because you're kind of jumping to conclusions and wondering all the what ifs, and you gotta just kind of and bring it back down to earth. Okay, that's gonna keep you safe. It's gonna keep you sound. It's gonna keep you moving in the right direction. Your emotions are also going to become more analytical under this energy. With that being said, you really want to kind of weed out any emotions that you're clinging to that don't have some practical use to them. Because if you can't do anything to transmute the energy, you have no control over it. There's nothing to do but feel it, breathe it in, breathe it out, sit with it, and let it go. There's no reason to keep revisiting. You're just going to put yourself into a spiral of negativity and self-criticism. And we're trying to release that as we move through this moon's energy. But the moon is in Virgo nonetheless, so it's going to be a strong kind of pull towards that self-analyzation. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? And y'all, I don't know why my voice just started getting a little bit hoarse just then. That was weird. Now is not the time to try to manifest on top of mess. You definitely want to cleanse, assess, refine, redirect. Okay, that is what you want to be focused on. Details are important, so be specific about the things that really got you stuck. Be specific about the ways in which you got in your own way. Be specific about the types of relationships that you are dispelling and banishing and no longer want. Be specific about the feelings in your body and the type of foods that you eat and the type of things that you consume and how they affect you. You know, be specific. The details matter. This moon is opposite Neptune, it's square Mars, it's trine Pluto, and it's also trine Uranus. These aspects are fleeting. Most of them are weaker aspects, but nonetheless, with all of these kind of combined, they're all pushing us to a point where we're more cosmically aware, we're more intuitive, we're kind of seeing more possibility than we normally would see. Our passion is enhanced, but we feel like our resources are limited, and so our creativity is coming with a little bit of a struggle because it doesn't bring us peace of mind, because I want to do this, but I only have the resources to do this, or I feel like this should be happening, but I only have access to this. And so there's this heightened hypersensitivity, and from that, disagreements can stem. So you need to make sure that you are compromising and willing to be teachable and flexible. Okay. We're going to be more in tune with our deeper emotional needs and hidden issues that we've kind of been running away from, hidden motives, motivations. So that can really lead to some profound healing, because there's a deeper awareness that lies with that. So those are pretty good aspects. Nothing to be too concerned about. We still don't have any retrogrades, so that's exciting. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say about aspects. Now, questions to consider as far as journals. First of all, do you have any unresolved relationships in your life? If so, what do you intend to do to move towards resolution? Do you have any lingering unresolved relationships in your life? If so, what do you intend to do to move towards resolution? Have you been actively giving yourself the protection and nourishment needed for your development? How far have you come since the new moon in Virgo on August 27th, 2022? What can you celebrate? What do you need to forgive yourself for? How far have you come since the new moon in Virgo, August 27th, 2022? What can you celebrate? What do you need to forgive yourself for? And then lastly, how would you describe your inner wealth? Do you feel that you share it generously? Are you stingy? And why? Okay, these are just some questions to consider as we move through this Virgo full moon. Now, as I said, Virgo full moon energy is definitely all about healing the body through mind-body connection and mind-body function. When we think about the fact that Virgo is Mercury ruled and Virgo is also the sixth house ruler, which again, sixth house rules over our physical health and public service. Okay, with that being said, the mind-body connection is what roots us in this human experience. So if we're sound and content in that, if our mind and body are responding to one another well, if we are in good health, then we can think clearer. You know, it's pretty much that simple. But a lot of times our mind will tell us, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And our bodies will say, well, we like this and this feels good to us. Or our body will say, I need this, I need this, I need this. And our mind will say, but I want that. So you have to get them on the same page. That's what this is about. You know, think about it like as Gemini energy, only it's not the ego and the shadow. It's not the good and the bad version of yourself. It's the mind and the body. But it still belongs to you. So you have to learn to merge it as one. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? And obviously it's not Virgo season, but you guys can apply that to Virgo season as well. But with this full moon, it's like you want to release things that are getting in the way or interrupting your mind-body connection. Right? Before I get into this meditation and ritual, of course, we have to do our Virgo full moon reading. So let me just get the spread. Give me 1 second. All right. Got the spread. Now let's get it going with this reading. This spread is pretty simple. Oh, did y'all see that card flip out? 6 questions with oracles. First question, what areas or aspects of your life require assessment and analysis? What do you need to release to promote routine and organization? How can you best serve and assist others? By allowing yourself to become more flexible. What can you do to remain grounded and embrace the present harvest? And then we have our additional oracles. I know y'all are like, those were loaded questions. Spirit King, yeah, that card flew. These cards just popping on out. It's been a while since I've done a collective reading. And when I be doing individual readings, the cards don't really be popping out like this. I have to shuffle for a little bit. These things are just popping. Okay, let's do a moonology. It's only right because it is the full moon, right? And we're doing good on timing. I'm already doing the reading. We're only 16 minutes in. Look at there. Babe, can you bring my water bottle and let your son out? Please.
What?
Can you bring my water bottle and let your son out?
Where's that?
On the counter in the kitchen. Thank you, my love. No? You don't want to go with her?
Huh?
I love you too. No. No, I've had this deck for years. No new deck at all. I've been thinking about buying a new deck, but then I'm like, no, you don't need any new decks. You have all these damn decks. And you don't even rotate through them like you should. But then I see a new deck that I want, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get it. I gotta cut it out. Gotta cut it out. I just need to focus on investing and making my own deck that I really want for mass production. Okay. What aspects of your life require assessment and analysis? We got strength, and we got the Three of Cups. So, the Strength card represents Leo energy. It's very independent. It stands up for itself. It's not willing to just let you run all over it. But at the same time, it can be very gentle. You know, it can be very smooth sailing. When things go the way that the Leo wants it to go. But when we talk about relating with others, obviously things are not going to always go the way that we want it to go. So in order for us to be able to embrace community, we have to learn how to we got to learn how to compromise, one, and we have to learn how to be vulnerable, two. So I feel like the aspects of your life that are requiring assessment and analysis is how much vulnerability are you offering in order to build the community that you're asking for? How much of your mask are you willing to drop in order to be able to be celebrated within your community and not just within your household or within yourself? You know, how much of your heart are you willing to open? Because we got to think about the fact that Leo is the heart. You know, how much of your heart are you willing to open in order to build that bridge between mind, body, and spirit, which will help radiate out and call in, you know, the community that you need. So I feel like we are being asked to assess our commitment to building the community that we asked for. We're being asked to assess our willingness to be vulnerable. We're being asked to assess the ways in which we go about allowing ourselves to connect and how much of our hearts we're willing to give. And we need to analyze the boundaries that we have in place for protection and if they are still serving us in our current situation. Because you may be someone who stopped going out and connecting with people because you've been burned in the past, and now is a time when you need to be out networking. So you gotta balance that out. So that's the first one. Let me close this door. Hold on. This dog, he didn't want to go when his mama came to get him the first time, and then gonna bust the door when she leave. That's what he do. And then watch, he gonna try to bust back in here at some point. Okay, number 2. What can we release in order to promote routine and organization? So first of all, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's giving very much procrastination. Because you're not taking action. You're not moving. There's no momentum. You're just waiting for something to happen. And waiting for something to happen, baby, nothing is going to happen. So procrastination is what that's giving me. And then we have the 7 of Cups also. So with the 7 of Cups, we need to release overanalyzation and attachment to our emotions. Because I hate to tell y'all this, but I always say this, and feelings are not facts. Okay? Feelings are not facts. So you may feel some type of way, but that doesn't mean that that's the actual reality. And you have to be willing to separate the two and get out of your feelings long enough to deal with the reality. Because the reality is going to be there even after your feelings are gone. Okay? Period. What energies need to be embraced to actively promote your healing? We've got the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So here we go again with that mind, body, and spirit connection. Also, the willingness to be flexible and go down a new path that you may not have been moved through the first time. And then with the 6 of Wands, it's all about validation, spiritual validation, spiritual connection, healing. We really want to put ourselves into a position of surrender so that, how do I want to word this? How do I want to word this? We really want to put ourselves in a place of surrender so that spiritually speaking, we can get the support that we've been asking for. But it's like sometimes we're so stubborn and we want things our way and we want to do what we want to do. And it just doesn't need to be that way. It just doesn't need to be that way. And we'll be so mad because we don't understand why spirit won't bring that breakthrough, won't bring that success. It won't bring that growth that we're asking for, that triumph over those past issues. It's like we keep going through the same cycle over and over. But when spirit is sending you through the same cycle over and over and over again, it's for a reason. And it's like you have to embrace those lessons and stop fighting against it. When the 6 of Wands comes through, it very much brings that breakthrough energy. It's like, okay, I see you. I know how much you've been building from 3 to 6. I know how hard you've worked from 3 to 6. I know that you've decided to come to that merging of mind, body, and spirit. You've built that foundation, you've taken the action, you've made the commitment, and now you've shined that light outward because you're not masking and hiding anymore. So I'm going to bring your success to the public and give you that recognition that you need by giving you the things that you've been asking for so that you can not necessarily show them off, but bask in them. Okay? And I feel like that's what we need to kind of embrace in order for us to, let me read the question so I can make sure I'm saying this right. That's what we need to embrace in order to actively promote our healing. Okay? Does that make sense? Am I making sense? How can we best serve and assist others in the world around us? We have the Hermit for that and the Five of Cups. So we need to, one, understand that it's okay to be alone and trust in our own wisdom. We also need to trust within the process of growth and endings, because those endings always come with new beginnings. And we also need to understand that sometimes the certain result that you want is not always going to be what you get, but the success, the win, the love, the opportunity will come in another way. Okay? That's just the way that life works. And if we just let go of the attachment, we let go of the compulsion, everything else will work out in our favor. So we can serve and assist others by being detached from their reaction, by being detached from their feedback, their outcome, their output, and just embracing what we have to give. Also, we can let go of the emotional disappointment, angst, frustration, and pain of our past. We don't have to carry that with us into every single new experience. But now you're aware, you don't have to let every little thing trigger you, but now you're aware and you can set up the necessary protections for yourself. Okay. What can we do to remain grounded and embrace the present harvest? Did I not pull a card for that? I guess I didn't. Okay, let me pull a card for that real quick. First of all, we need to get disciplined, we need to get focused, and we need to secure the bag, baby. Okay? That's what you can do to remain grounded and embrace the present harvest. We got the Queen of Pentacles in the world. Listen, first of all, you're never out of chances, you're never out of opportunities, you're never out of time until you're dead. So with that being said, most of us still have a lot of life to live, and while we are still young, because we're not as young as we want to be, but we're not over the hill, we can be building. And it starts with discipline, it starts with focus, it starts with consistency, it starts with the willingness to build. And so I feel like the message here is that we need to do just that. When we speak about the Nine of Pentacles outside of money, I mean, not the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, I'm sorry, outside of money, it's physical. I'm taking care of my body, okay? I'm doing what I need to do to maintain my physical appearance. I'm doing what I need to do to maintain my reputation. I'm putting my all into my work because I want to make a good impression. I have come a long way. I'm wise. I've been here a long time. I'm not inclined to necessarily neglect my emotions, but I'm willing to bypass some emotions that may not be serving me in the midst of me making this decision or taking these actions. Okay? And when we speak about the world, it's very much, listen, you've gotten from beginning to end. You've come to this initiation, and now you have this opportunity to start over again and explore. Okay? And I'm showing you the beauty of creation simply by existing. So once you embrace that and surrender to that, everything else kind of comes full circle. I was about to tell y'all an affirmation, and it just completely left my head. Shoot. Maybe it'll come back to me. Okay. So that's what I would say for that last one. And then when we speak about additional oracles, we've got the God, the heart, and the crossroads. The God is all about mastery. He's about completion. He's about discipline, consistency, righteousness. Okay? He's not here to play around. Okay? You'll see the number 82 on here. We all know that 8 is associated with rebirth. 2 is associated with initiation. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 is 1. Pretty much endings that come with new beginnings. Okay? And all ends and begins. In nature, all ends and begins. Energy doesn't die. It's only transferred. So God reaffirms that concept. And this is about tapping into your God self. Understanding that from the masculine perspective, yes, you have to be on this human plane. You have to make money to a certain degree. You have to indulge your ego. You have to be goal-oriented and success-driven, power-driven to a certain degree. Yes, you have to do that, but you can be righteous in nature on your quest. You don't have to be destructive, disrespectful, or demeaning. And I feel like we have all kind of lost that. So this Virgo energy, this Virgo moon energy, I feel like it's saying, get back to the purity. Y'all know Virgo is the virgin. Get back to the purity, the purification of your heart. Okay? Just because you want to be in a position of independence, power, and success, that doesn't mean that you have to be evil or mean or bitter or jealous. Because that doesn't necessarily align with your belief. We also have the heart and the crossroads. When we talk about the heart, it's as simple as it sounds. The heart needs to be balanced for everything else to flow. How can you receive anything with a closed heart? It's not going to work. And you'll see number 24 on this card. Again, we have 2, initiation, 4, foundation, 6, validation, movement, success, reminiscing. So I feel like in relation to this moon, the heart card is telling us, open your heart, purify your heart, cleanse your heart, validate your heart. And then lastly, we got the crossroads. Again, 22, initiation, and foundation, back at 4. The crossroads is telling us, listen, I'm giving you an opportunity to go down a new path. It's your choice, the path you take. But this is your time to release that which you left behind you on the ground. Let it go, banish it, dispel it, and leave it back there. Because whether you go left or right, whether you go straight, it's not going to be able to come with you. Leave that baggage behind at the crossroads. And sometimes that baggage is not physical, it's not emotional, it's spiritual. And I'm going to just leave that at that. Spirit said, leave that at that. Okay, I'm going to leave that at that. We have this full moon in Aquarius card come through. Our full moon in Aquarius will be, I think, in August. Let me see. Yep, August 1st. So this could indicate that we need to look out for some things from now until August 1st. Some things may be manifesting. But the full moon in Aquarius is also about showing the world the real you. It goes back to opening your heart, being vulnerable, making those connections, showing up in the world the way that you want to be seen instead of hiding behind your mask all the time. And I feel like that's the main kind of message that I'm getting out. I want to read this book has attunements for each of these, and so I want to read those. Hold on. Full moon in Aquarius, 88. Okay, it says, don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You're too much in your head, get into your heart. A friend needs you, be there for them. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. Every full moon is a time to release and let go, but the addition of Aquarian energy to the mix triples that message. Aquarius is the opposite of clingy, and pulling this card at any time suggests either you need to let go or someone is thinking they are the ones who need to let go, perhaps of you. What needs to go? What is the right thing to do? Whatever happens next could be highly unconventional or unexpected. So, something else to be aware of. And then I will read this postcard from Spirit and we will go into this body scan. It says, Dear you, it may be hard to believe you'll ever get where you want to go, feel the way you want to feel, and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that, so you feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Peace will come. Trust that something better. Why can I not read today? Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. Loving you so much. So see, that goes into alignment with everything I've been saying through this whole entire reading. My favorite part of this is where it says the only way the only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better waits. That something new will open up and you will see new opportunity for fulfillment. I like that. All right, let's go into this ritual. All right. So I am not going to be doing this ritual on camera, you guys, because I need to bathe. I need to cleanse myself um, before I do this. But I am going to do the body scan with you guys. So the instructions I'm going to go through, and then we're going to do the body scan. So you always want to start with a clean space, a clean body, and a clear mind. And at minimum, start with this body scan. So we're going to go ahead and do this body scan. Go ahead and sit comfortably where you have privacy and will not be interrupted. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And silently call in the support of whatever spiritual forces or deities in which you believe in or with whom you work. Ask that you are supported and protected, and that the highest good comes for all concerned. Now, invoke your higher self as your inner guide and protector. Know that your higher self will be with you throughout this process, and that you can trust your experiences as they will be guided from within. Through the eyes, sensing and knowing of your higher self, you begin to scan your physical and energetic body, beginning with your feet, moving up and through and all around the auric field in your body. As you scan, notice any areas where you perceive darkness, blocking, stuckness, density, stickiness, smokiness or fogginess. Any areas where the energy is distinctly thicker from the other areas in your body or your auric field. Make a mental note of each area that has any darkness or energetic overlay. Any area that is distinctly different from the rest. Take your time. Note any area that is in any way suspicious or of concern. Go up, around, and through your whole body until you finish at the top of your head. Breathing slowly and deeply as you scan your body. Once you feel like you've gotten to a good starting point, go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose to the count of 8. Hold it for 4 counts. And breathe out to the count of 6. And as you come out of the scan, go ahead and stretch. Note any additional heavy areas of your body. Give them a nice pull, grab, touch, wave, whatever feels right to you. Breathe in. And release. Open up your arms, let your heart be open wide. Drop your head back. Bring your hands together and down to your heart. Y'all didn't have to do that last part of what I did. That was just for me. Because I felt that energy on my head. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and come out of that scan. Make sure that you know any areas that you felt were off. So you can come back to that. Now, for your ritual, this is what you're going to need. A pen, a notebook, a white or green candle. You're going to need lemon balm, dill, thyme, and lavender. You're going to gather your herbs. You're going to pray and speak over them. Give them your intentions and thank them thoroughly, offering your love, gratitude, and acceptance. So let's go through the use for each of these herbs. You want to use lemon balm for letting go of grief and healing depression, healing self-criticism, and calming anxiety. You want to use dill for protection, prosperity, purification, psychic awareness. Thyme is for health, healing, banishing any negative energy within the mind or the body. And also protection. Thyme also acts as a catalyst to get fast results. Lavender will give you relief from stress, anxiety, and will give you overall promotion for physical health. So these are herbs that we want to use, uh, and the reason for those herbs. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I guess I'm tired. I feel like my brain is processing very slowly right now. So you want to gather your herbs, you want to pray over them, speak over them, give them your intentions. You want to grab your candle and an oil of your choice. You're going to dress your candle with the oil, speaking your intentions aloud into the candle, into the oil. If you're using a 7-day candle or a jar candle, you're going to poke holes in your candle and start putting your herbs into the holes. Remember, less is more, okay? If you grind the herbs up finely and stuff them into the holes, it'll work a lot better. The candle will burn a lot cleaner and smoother. The finer, the better. And it really just is, it also adds intention into the work because you're putting more time and energy into it. If your candle is loose, you're going to roll your candle into the herbs after you have ground them up, and you're going to roll your oil. You're going to mix the herbs and oil and roll your candle in it, basically. You add a little honey or syrup as well to help them stick, or soften your candles and press them into the herbs. You can soften them by just running a lighter over them a couple of times to soften them up. Whichever way you choose is fine, doesn't matter. When you're done, you're going to go ahead and light your incense. You're going to write a letter to yourself, embracing yourself as you are now. You're going to write a letter to yourself, embracing yourself as you are now, forgiving yourself and releasing anything that is keeping you stuck in the healing of your mind and body. Write about the ways in which you've let yourself down and failed to create and keep healthy routines for yourself. Over the past 6 months from Virgo new moon, what do you need to heal and release? Write it all down in this letter. Hey, Magic. How are you? So you're going to write all of that down. Once you're done with that letter, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to sit or stand, take a deep breath, and burn that thing down. Burn that thing on down, okay? If you don't want to burn it right away, you don't have to. You can do this meditation and then burn it. So we're going to do this meditation to close this out. And then that's it. I'm going to go bathe so I can do my ritual. And that's going to be a wrap. All right, so you can do this sitting or standing. Gonna take a deep breath, hold it, and then let it go. And with your feet flat on the ground, you're gonna imagine that each exhalation sends roots through your body and out the bottom of your feet. These roots are growing and going deeper into the earth with each breath. The roots grow through the topsoil, through the bedrock, and into the underground waterways, growing deeper and expanding outward. As the roots grow deeper and deeper into the earth, you receive the benefits of the earth's energy through them. Your body absorbs the rich nutrients the constant and dependable energy of your Mother Earth. Your roots continue to grow to the very center of the earth, where the fiery core of our Earth Mother provides us with all of our needs. This earth energy rises up through the roots and into your body, bringing cleansing, stabilization, and balance. The warmth of this energy relaxes any tension, dispels any anxiety, banishes the remaining pain trapped inside your body, allowing you to relax your shoulders. Breathe into your hips. Relax your jaw. And feel held and validated. Here and now you know that you are enough. And on your quest to become a better you, you've picked up some negative self-talk. Here, we banish and let that go. Leaning back into that warmth of Mother Earth as we continue to be rooted and grounded in the here and now. We bring this energy up into our bodies from the bottom of our feet all the way to the top of our crowns. When the energy reaches the crown, it moves out of the top of your head, flowing upwards and onwards into the sky, leaving out like branches into the heavens. And now, these branches absorb the light of the moon, the beautiful, full, big moon. And the light of the sky streams down on the top of your head, filling your body with starlight and moonlight, moving into each muscle and organ, pulsing through each vein and artery, cleansing and banishing your body of any ailments, discomfort, and tension, even if just for this moment. Filling your body with the radiant light of the full moon, vibrating with the energy of the heavens. Your body is radiant in this light. Now, imagine with each in-breath, you bring in the earth energy through your feet, through your body, and out the top of your head. With each out-breath, you pull in sky energy through the top of your head and out the bottoms of your feet, mixing and balancing the earth and sky, the mother and the father, the male and the female. collapsing opposites, creating a perfect balance of mind and body, soul and spirit, intellect and intuition, yin and yang. Yin and yang. Continue to breathe, following the flow of these energies, that balance and support, that purification, renewal, and recharge. Allow this energy to support you right here as you are, right now. Take one final cleansing breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. Take a minute to adjust as you move back into activity. And notice how you feel. Ashe. I will leave you all with that. Friend, thank you for tuning in. And I will see you later.